Hi, I'm Chaba, and welcome to another installment of the Proven Sales Letter Breakdown series, in which I break down timeless, proven, tested, direct response copywriting samples so that you can learn more about what made them work, what made them so effective, and all the elements that you can apply to your promotions as well. So today we have another famous ad from this time from Bill Bonner, the founder of Agora, and this is the famous international living ad. So this one's really special because it doesn't have a proper, relatively short headline, but instead it has like 4 paragraphs all packed into a single headline. And I'm just going to read you the beginning of the lead itself. Remember, the lead is the place that usually is the beginning, the first part of any promotion that hooks people in, that makes them interested to read the rest of the promotion as well. Um, but I'm gonna read it to you because it's just so incredibly out of place, to be honest, because not many other promotions do this. Sure, it's one of the shining examples of the paint the dream type of copywriting, but to my knowledge, not many other ads, utilize this. Obviously, there's a bunch of ads that came after this that have, shamelessly swiped the structure probably. So tons of people probably ripped this off because remember this was an ad that launched the big behemoth direct response company called Agora as we know it. So it was written in 1979 by Bill Bonner, and it launched Agora, and today Agora is like more than $1 billion per year. Well, not per year, but like it has a valuation of more than $1 billion to my knowledge. So it was really powerful, and I'm not gonna go very granular with this one because it's a bit longer, but we're gonna look at a lot of strategic things um, all throughout the ad. Okay, so let's just see the first part, which kind of serves as the headline. So you look out your window, past your gardener, who is busy pruning the lemon, cherry, and fig trees, amidst the splendor of gardenias, hibiscus, and hollyhocks. The sky is clear blue. The sea is a deeper blue, sparkling with sunlight. A gentle breeze comes drifting in from the ocean, clean and refreshing, as your mate brings your breakfast in bed. For a moment, you think you have died and gone to heaven. But this paradise is real and affordable. In fact, it costs only half as much to live this dream lifestyle as it would to stay in your own home. So that's basically the part that is there instead of a headline, and you can immediately notice that the big idea here, because every promotion needs a big idea, is that you can live in paradise far better than you're living right now, and for less, basically. So the target audience for this ad or this sales letter was basically people, probably Gen Xers or something, baby boomers, more like baby boomers, who wanted to retire, and and they were sick and tired of being ripped off left and right in their own country, or having to pay so much for healthcare, for like having an expensive lifestyle, and also having a relatively boring lifestyle probably. So this sales letter for international living basically sold them the dream of, hey, you can live anywhere you want in the world, and you can live almost like royalty. You can get served, you can participate in very unique experiences without having to pay an arm or a leg for it. Okay, and it worked. Like this promotion worked. It had an original return on an ad spend on cold traffic of about 3x. So that means that every $1 they spent brought in $3. So that's kind of like license to print money. That's like the holy grail of of marketing, to have a promotion which works on cold traffic right off the bat, and brings in more than you spend on it. And it was so effective that even to this day, uh, it's still running, or some versions of this have been running until just a few years ago. So that's like more than 3 decades, and it's still running. So it's really, really powerful. Um, so the other cool thing about this whole headline complex here, or intro complex, is that it's a great example of how you should always show and don't tell. It's not telling people how, how much sense it makes to retire like this or to live this lifestyle. It's not describing anything, but instead it's showing how that lifestyle looks in real life. It's showing how you, as the average Joe person, who's probably having a boring life, can also live in extraordinary, you know, um, in an extraordinary setting, like royalty, getting served by maids and gardeners and all these support staff while you're enjoying, the perfect life on the seashore in a tax haven country, which in which you go out to restaurants and you pay only like $20 for dinner for two people, and you're gonna have an A+ quality dinner. So that's the idea that we're going here, and it's a great example of how it's showing and not telling. Um, and this, I mean, to be honest, it sounds almost unbelievable. It's like people are asking, how could this be true? And it's a good touch that I like, that Bill even included a line like this, like, for a moment you think you have died and gone to heaven. Because a lot of people, when something seems almost too good to be true, they feel like this. So I really like it, and I think it's the mother of all paint the dream type of copy here. It wouldn't necessarily work today because the market is more saturated now. Obviously, the concepts still apply, but starting your promotion like this in a competitive market like this wouldn't necessarily work. Um, and another interesting thing is that this whole sales letter jumps kind of immediately into the offer itself, into part of the offer, because this is a typical type of offer that's quite common in subscription products, especially physical subscription products like newsletters, but it can also be digital, in which you're not trying to sell the subscription itself, because it's always harder to sell subscriptions. And since the contents of a subscription change every single month, you're getting new stuff all the time, it's much easier to basically pitch a bonus. And in this case, the bonus is called How to Retire in Paradise on $55 a day. So this was called, some people call it premiums, some people call it bonuses. I usually call them bonuses, but if you're familiar with the financial niche or the health niche, or in any niche, like even just now, Justin Goff, who's like an A++ level marketer, and he's the guy for upsells, converting and various offers converting on cold traffic. He just launched his print newsletter, the Justin Goff marketing letter, and it still uses, like, even it's 2021 now, he still uses the same concepts there. He basically made the offer right off the bat that, hey, I want to give you a free course that's worth $2,000, and here's how this will improve your life. And then he goes on for a long time to describe how, having the ability to generate 1,000 buyers a day on cold traffic is life changing. And then we find out that you get this course for free if you subscribe to the monthly issue of the Justin Goff marketing newsletter. But if you do, you'll get additional bonuses and stuff like that. So the same offer structure that Bill used uh, decades ago still works, and you can also still make it work if you're selling a subscription product. So you just take a bonus, which seems irresistible, and use that in your copy, most of it, because then it seems like more of an irresistible offer, because you're hyping up the free aspect of it. And yes, it's kind of free, but obviously the price of this bonus is incorporated into the monthly price and the upsells of the subscription itself. So I also like the memorable name. It has it all. It's like it's a good how-to fascination, by the way. I talked about fascinations in several previous videos, exactly, and it's like how to retire in paradise on $55 a day. It has it all. It has the how-to element. It has the curiosity element because people want to know this. It has the benefit element here, and it has specifics. It has $55 a day, which isn't that much. So how can this be? How can this be? And people want to find out. And usually the best fascinations become headlines. So this could definitely be a standalone headline as well, in my opinion. Um, so remember, the ideal avatar wants to live like royalty here, but without blowing their retirement savings here. This is really important, and we want to give people the sense of exclusivity without paying much for it. And most of the promotion involves benefits, benefits, benefits. It's everywhere. It's not talking about how many pages the newsletter is, or how many things are included in this bonus, in this report, but instead it describes, how your life is going to change after it. So it's, again, paint the dream copy. And it also gives several examples, so it dimensionalizes all these things. So it says, first of all, he says something like, if you dream of living in a place surrounded by lush green valleys and mountains with a near perfect climate, but with all the amenities an expat could need, then this is a place for you. But we don't know exactly what the place is, but we just know the benefits of it. That's like a very nice level of curiosity. Or perhaps you'd prefer to hustle and bustle in one of the country's cities, with its Spanish-influenced colonial architecture and a never-ending program for cultural events, music, and festivals. Again, this serves a slightly different uh, target audience here, so it tries to qualify more and more people. Then we have something like, or maybe you'd like to look out your window at the sparkling ocean and pristine beaches. So again, this is for people who want to live by the seaside. So it just qualifies more and more people. And then I like how it gives a lot of specifics here. We have, that a one bedroom, two bedroom apartment, a luxury one, could cost as little as $600 monthly, and then you can have maids for $15 a week. Then even a general practitioner costs only like $20 to $25, while a specialist costs $25 to $40. And this is important to mention because most of the target audience here, uh, probably they're having some type of health issues, or they're more like senior citizens, and their healthcare costs are rising with their age. So it's very important to uh, preemptively answer this objection that, hey, you're gonna get cheap healthcare with this. Not only are you gonna live in paradise, but you're also gonna get cheap healthcare, which is pretty cool. So at this point, it's the first time that we hear about International Living, the magazine itself. Bill says, and this report is yours free simply by taking a look at International Living. So we've gone through quite a bit of copy before even mentioning like what's inside International Living, and then we have even more like paint the dream types of things. Like, who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want secluded hideaways in Bali? It's romantic, it's mysterious, it's good. Like, if you come back, home, you're gonna have great stories that you can tell your friends, and you're gonna seem smart and a great guy and or girl, and just someone more exciting. No other magazine covers the world like International Living. I like that this is a differentiation and USP element here. So it just describes how, uh, it's the only magazine basically that brings the entire world with all its rich, rewarding, exciting opportunities to your door every month. So there's no other way. I mean, there could be, but the copy makes the case that it's the only one. Um, and again, I really, really like how on a surface level we have tons of benefits that people want. But ultimately, I'm not sure about this, but I think that one of the most powerful elements of this sales letter is that it finally gives the average Joe an exciting life. It it gives people the opportunity to collect experiences so that when they go home and they have dinners with their friends, they're gonna seem like cool people, smart people, worldly people, and they're gonna basically feel better compared to the other schmucks who don't know these secrets. That's what this is all about, in my opinion, and this is really, really powerful. And you don't necessarily have to shove it in people's face, but it's there and it's visible. So we have even more paint the dream types of things. We have curiosity elements and open loops, like I'll explain how in just a moment, like how you can live, how you can do this and that, but I won't tell you exactly, but I'll explain it in a moment. And obviously the explaining will be for you to subscribe to the newsletter. And also, another smart thing is that Bill preemptively answers a few objections. He says, I must emphasize that this world of international opportunities is available to anyone, not just the rich and famous. Because it's at this point, many people might be thinking, yeah, this sounds awful and everything, but like, I mean, how could I afford this? How could this be? I mean, I'm just an average person. Like, how can I make this reality? There must be a catch with it. So it's a good idea to preemptively answer objections with it. And then, I mean, almost naturally in a sales argument, what do you need after a promise and after making a big claim? You need proof elements. And that's why we have several examples of people like David Hendrickson and his wife. This is a case study. It's a proof element. Let me give you another example. This is more proof, like with specific numbers. So this definitely seems very, very credible. And then after the proof, we have social proof as well, that International Living has been called the ultimate travel magazine. We don't know exactly by whom, we don't know exactly when or how, but it's being called. So it's kind of mysterious, but it still acts as social proof. And then we have a bunch of nice curiosity-inducing bullets and fascinations. I'm not going to read them. You can read them your own, but it's like they're really A++ quality bullets, and I highly encourage you to maybe even hand copy these if you want, because if you discover how you can learn effective bullets, then you can have great headlines. You can use them as good subheads, and many copywriters actually write the bullets first. They write dozens or even hundreds of bullets, and then they take those ideas and put it into various pieces of a sales argument. And this is one of the best cures against blank page syndrome, for example. If you don't know what to write, you just do some research, you start writing bullets based on those things that you discover, and pretty soon you'll discover many, many potential big ideas, many potential headlines, and good ideas on how you can use them to spice up the effectiveness of the copy. So I really like them. And we have bullets in various categories. So major categories that people might be interested in, like general stuff, real estate, travel, taxes, currencies, and investments. Again, very important stuff for our target audience, retirement, and stuff like this, and much, much more. But like, just check it out. Some bullets are longer, some bullets are shorter, but again, these are very, very good. Maybe the one thing I would improve is that some of these bullets could have like teasers for page numbers at the end. So later on, especially for boardroom promotions, this is an Agora one. Boardroom, another big, very big direct response company, invented the thing called fascination. So it's kind of like bullets, but it has even more curiosity elements there. And one of the best ways they've used this is by including, like, let me give you an example. So it's like this bullet: cut your taxes 95% by living on paradise. Read page 29. Or like, how to earn $95,100 overseas tax-free. More info on page 35, or revealed on page 45, or just page 45. And this again dimensionalizes the bullet a little bit more. It just makes it even more in reach, and then people would want it even more. So these are really good bullets here, and I really like them. And you never know which of these will be the nail in the coffin for people. And what I mean by nail in the coffin is that it's like they're on the fence and they're scrolling through this, and it's like, let's say they're interested in going to Europe with their family, but they're very, like, they're afraid of it, and then they catch this bullet: how to take your kids to Europe and still enjoy the trip. I mean, this might be the bullet that tips them over. And if you have more bullets, you have more opportunities to do that. So then at the end, we have some more info about what's included. We get some more bonuses. So first of all, they get this bonus for free. Then if they subscribe to the paid newsletter, of course, but then they get email postcards, and it's funny how they call them postcards in those days. This is like a slightly newer version of the original sales page, probably, because in 1979 there wasn't any email, but like they get like email postcards, and then there's a special introductory subscription offer. So it's kind of like an irresistible offer. Not only you get this and this and this, but you don't even have to pay $69 for it. You only have to pay $49 for an entire year. So that definitely seems like a bargain. But if you purchase a 2-year subscription, then you can save like 36% more. So and then you get an even like another bonus and another bonus. So kind of like this offer structure piles in benefits and bonuses on bonuses, so that it really seems like a no-brainer for people. It's like, really, for $49 I get all of that, all of those dreams, all of those maids, all of those things? Well, heck, I spend more on my gardener than $49 per month or something, and then this seems like a no-brainer. So at this point, people are pretty much sold. Again, another thing that I would improve here is to do a bigger price drop, probably. So to do like a value stack of all these bonuses on how much they're actually worth. Because if you, again, just so that you can dimensionalize this, if you describe how much something is worth, then at the end, that $49 will seem even less. So it will seem like even better of a deal. And you can do this too. And nowadays, promotions always do that, but back in those days it wasn't necessarily needed. Then we have a guarantee. Risk reversal is always super important. We have some more useful. I like this, like how Bill says, you see, international living is entertaining as well as informative. It's important because, people don't want something that they have to work too much to consume. They want something useful and entertaining. And, you can bet that, there's going to be a lot of other upsells and funny stuff and entertaining stuff inside the issues themselves. And at the end, we have a quick benefits recap plus the call to action. So it's like just a quick overview of what this is. Like, international living is your passport to a brighter, more exciting, more adventuresome future. Take advantage of the special opportunity to become a subscriber. That's it, basically. It doesn't go into how many pages it have or what's included exactly at a granular level, but it just gives a high-level overview. And another good touch is at the end with the PS. So this is for people who basically skim through the whole promotion, because most people will read like this, like they're trying to like scan it. They see a bullet. Oh, okay, this seems interesting. Taxes, currencies, and investments. Okay, I like it. Seems interesting. They're scrolling. They won't read this probably. Special introductory subscription offer. Okay, cool. So $49. Cool. I get this, and that. Seems interesting. There's a guarantee. Okay, but I don't know exactly. But then if they don't even read this much, this little paragraph is for them at the end. It just gives a high-level overview for them, and gives them another chance to buy. So another call to action. So yeah, that's it. Once again, I'll include this. I'll create a folder actually with these promotions, so that you can also hand copy them. You can also study them in more detail, because there's not enough time to go over every single thing in these videos. I don't want to expand them too much. Even they're longer than most YouTube videos. But if you enjoyed this, then make sure to leave a like below. subscribe if you're new to the channel, and also feel free to share this with a coworker, with a fellow marketing enthusiast, with someone from your department, with a friend or something who might be interested in this, because to my knowledge, there are not that many in-depth breakdowns of sales letters out there, and this might become helpful in designing your own good marketing promotion and getting ideas, big ideas, or even swiping a few elements of it. So hope you enjoyed this, and see you in the next one.